away her batteries. My daughter is 10, and she asked me if I had to run some errands, and she said to me, can I just stay home and rent a movie? I said, all right. I didn't think I was going to be gone that long, and it turned out I was gone longer than I wanted to because the game went into extra innings. And so I got home and I said to her, I said, Frankie, what did you rent? She said, Daddy, I rented 50 Shades of Grey. Yeah, she said, but don't worry, I didn't like it. The book was so much better. Thank you. Thank you. I have a son who's he's a good kid, and every once in a while I have to borrow money from him. Because I'm on a fixed income now, so and it's fine. It's just then he hounds me to pay him back. He's like a little leg breaker, and I think he's trying to send me a message because last week I borrowed some money from him and I haven't paid him back yet. And this morning when I woke up, in the bed next to me was the head of my favorite golf club. And then he's got the nerve. He asked me for new clothes. I said, Nick, are you kidding? When I was your age, all I got were hand-me-downs. And I only had sisters. But I was able to explain away the pleated shirts, but I told everybody I was Scottish. He recently got his learner's permit, so he was all excited, and I said, Nick, get in the car. And we're driving down the road, car hits the curb, through some bushes, knocks over a fence. Yeah, I'm so glad he wasn't driving. Because we were going to motor vehicle at that time and to renew my license. And the woman behind the counter says to me, sir, can you read the eye chart? I said, of course I can read the eye chart. E-M-I-L-Y. She said, that's very good, sir, but that's not the eye chart, that's my name tag. My wife and I just bought a new bed. $7,000 for a sleep number bed. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, $7,000 and I still can't get a 69. But my wife is here tonight, and she does support me. She is here, and I love when she comes to my shows because it's so good to see her laughing outside the bedroom. So I find the other day, she wasn't feeling well, and I said to her, you know, sex is the best medicine. She said, you are absolutely right. Problem is, I need long lasting and you're fast acting. And she might be onto something because now that I'm getting older, I find I need a little help from the blue pills. Aleve. Which is amazing because when I was younger, I would landmark all the places that I would go to based on the bars. You know, I knew all the bars. Now I landmark everything by where I can stop to pee. Yes. We may have peed at the same place. So my wife and I were at Costco last week, and she says to me, oh, look, I think that's my gynecologist. What do I know? I go over, I tap him on the shoulder. I said, how you doing, sir? I believe you've also seen my wife naked. He looks at me, he says, which one is she? I said, oh, she's over there. He goes, yeah, I saw her yesterday. I said, yesterday? She didn't have a doctor's appointment yesterday. He said, I'm your mailman. So we, you know, when we're in bed and we're going to get a little frisky, we like to take on the role of animals, and I like to be a tiger, and she plays possum. Wow. I feel you, bro. So she, the other day, or not the other day, I always say the other day, but for me, because time just, it all blends into one, but this was this is actually for next weekend. She says to me, she wants to go out to dinner with our friends, Mike and Mary. And I don't like that. I don't really like Mike. He's very shallow. And he's got this gorgeous wife. I mean, she's beautiful. But I don't like going out with him because he's very shallow. And all he keeps talking about is, I got a trophy wife. I got a trophy wife. And I'm like, I have a trophy wife too. All right, it's participation, but it's still a trophy. And then she says to me, because she knows how to bargain. And she says to me, if you go out to dinner with them, she says, I will do that thing that you know I don't like to do, but I'll do it for you.
Wash the floors?
Well, close. Vacuum. Vacuum. So apparently you also know how to negotiate with your husband. So I do have some pet peeves, things that I can't stand. Like I don't understand like when people clap when a plane lands. It's not a magic trick. It's supposed to land. But when people clap at the end of a movie, it makes no sense. It really doesn't. And I really hate it when my wife claps after sex. Because I can hear her when I'm downstairs watching television. My wife is also, she's very security conscious. So whenever I'm going to ask her for sex, she says, whoa, what is your user ID? User ID? I don't know. Big Frank? She says, I'm sorry, another member already has that name. So I grew up in a very traditional Italian household. I'm going to just kind of digress for a minute. Thank you, my fellow Italian. But I'll tell you, my mother never left the house. Thank you. My mother never left the house. She was traditional Italian. She stayed home all day, except on Saturdays. She always had to go to confession. And I'm saying, what is my mother doing all week long? She's got to go to confession. Well, I found out. Yeah, she had been using jarred sauce. Remember this, groans are just laughs without enough alcohol, so drink up! Anyway, I appreciate you guys having me here. You two really need to laugh. That's the goal now, is to get you two to laugh. Anyway, I'll leave you with this. My wife is a court reporter, and she runs our bedroom like it is a courtroom. So whenever we're gonna have sex, she tells me, all rise. Enter Exhibit A into evidence. When she's finished, she tells me court is adjourned. So I had it. I finally had it, and I said, I'm going to initiate sex. So I stood at the end of the bed naked. That's right, take it in. I said, honey, court is in session. I'm going to enter into evidence exhibits DICK. She sits up, she looks at me. She says, you know I don't work small claims. Thank you, I'm Frank Failla.